Raden Baroh.
At the edge of Muara Pahu, Raden Baroh stood barefoot on a wooden stage, his eyes calm but alert. The winding river flowed through the village, bringing life, while the morning sun cast a golden light. Wrapped in red and gold-woven cloth and wearing a rattan crown decorated with hornbill feathers, he was a symbol of his ancestors' honor. In the king's calm presence, the people of Muara Pahu found peace. Raden Baroh stood tall, accompanied by his two brothers. Behind them, village life moved with spirit and tradition.
Together, we protect and carry on the legacy of our ancestors.
Above the calm waters of the Pahu River, life flows gently. A woman wearing a woven sarong washes clothes by the river bank, while children laugh and play in the water.
This water gives life, just like the love of our ancestors.
Look, Mama! I made little ripples.
Ayus, the strongest man in Muara Pahu, carried a wooden beam with a gloomy face. Though sweat poured down, it was the jealousy in his heart that burned the most.
You look troubled, Ayus. What's wrong?
Raden Baroh. Everyone bows to him, yet my strength is treated as if it means nothing.
In the quiet forest, Ayus whispered his dark intentions to his closest friend. Only a small fire and thick leaves stood as silent witnesses to his angry words.
One day the world will know my strength. I will be the greatest here.
Be careful, Ayus. This ambition could lead to disaster.
As the sun set, Ayus ran into the forest. The grudge in his chest grew like the night that swallowed all light, carving a vow to avenge the injustice.
Tonight the darkness will speak my rage.
At dawn, Ayus stood in the middle of the village with a sharp and cold gaze. He knew the time had come. There was no turning back.
The time has come. No more words. Follow me.
I am always behind you, Ayus.
With a firm step, Ayus entered the jungle. Though the surroundings were silent, each of his steps echoed with determination and a burning vow.
This is the beginning of my new way.
Under the shade of the giant tree, Ayus drew a line of battle in the ground with a twig. Around him, the soldiers stood in silence, listening. Each stroke was a vow for revenge.
Let each line guide us toward justice. We will avenge all that has been taken from us.
We are with you, Ayus.
With a rhythm in tune with nature, the soldiers began their war dance. Each stomp and agile movement was a cry from their angry souls, shaking the silent forest.
For honor! For revenge!
Let our voices sex the earth.
Under the simple leaf canopy, the soldiers diligently prepared their weapons. Each touch on the knives and spears was a small prayer, a vow to make things right. Inside the old lamin, Raden Baroh firmly announced his decree. It was time to build a new house where the future would grow from a strong foundation.
We will build a new Laman. Here is where the future of our kingdom will grow and flourish.
Your words bring hope, our king.
By the riverbank, he pointed to a field of reeds bathed in sunlight. That is where we will establish our new home, he said, his eyes full of conviction.
Look, beyond the river, there is that field of reeds. That is where our new Laman will rise.
A destination chosen by our ancestors.
Inside the Lamin, soft laughter echoed, and a shared agreement was formed. That heritage now belonged to them all, a testament to unity and hope.
Together, we build not just a home, but a future.
May this unity be everlasting, like the legacy of our ancestors.
All day long, the entire village worked together. From children to elders, everyone contributed.
Let us build for the sake of our future.
The new Lamin was not just a building, but a symbol of a legacy that would endure. Under the shade of the leafy tree, the mothers patiently prepared the woven crafts. As dusk began to fall, the final roof was placed with great joy. The new Lamin, a symbol of unity and hard work, was almost complete.
This is the sign of our new hope.
Night arrived, bringing disaster. Ayus, filled with rage and jealousy, stormed the village with a terrifying blaze.
No more delay. Let the fire rest near our gods.
In the midst of the attack, panic struck. Cries and screams echoed, while black smoke covered the sky, destroying the peace that had been long preserved. And in the midst of the chaos, an inevitable battle unfolded. Raden Baroh faced Ayus.
Ayus, you did not come to build, but to destroy our lives.
Your peace has torn my heart. Now let my strength shine.
In the midst of the destruction, Raden Baroh's body lay on the ground that was once peaceful. His crown was tilted and red blood dripped, marking the departure of the one who had once been the light of his village. The elders tried to save the king by bandaging his wounds, but their efforts could not bring him back. A small smile on Baroh's face seemed to reveal regret and peace that had never come to be.
May your soul rest in peace, our king.
We have tried our best, but fate has been written.
Meanwhile, Ayus disappeared into the darkness of the forest, leaving behind ashes and scenes that could not be erased. Silence enveloped the village, and stillness replaced the cries. A legacy of sorrow was left behind.
May you find endless regret, Ayus.
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose? afraid.